I'm gonna react to the funniest fake Minecraft speedrun, and they keep getting worse as the video goes on. When the speedrunner spawns in, you can see that he's looking at the ground, which means that he already joined this world before. You can also see that he spawned in with one level, which already means this speedrun is fake. He then goes into a village and goes into a house with a chest. You know, just a normal run so far. But when he opens the chest, it contains full iron armor and some tools, which would mean that he's either really lucky or he just spawned it in. After that, the speedrunner attacks an iron golem, but the golem doesn't fight back, which means that it has been spawned in, since naturally spawned golems do actually fight back. You can also see that there are 4 more golems here, which doesn't happen naturally. And after that, one golem does actually fight back, and then there's an obvious cut in the run. Yeah, sure buddy. Then the speedrunner makes a crafting table to craft a bucket and a flint and steel. He also mines some hay bales for some bread, which seems pretty normal until he starts walking in a very specific direction. And when he reaches a forest, he sees a piglin head on a tree, which has obviously been placed down by him to mark where he would need to mine down, because he finds a lava pool underneath and almost dies by falling into it. And after the speedrunner made the portal, he went into the nether. Wait, did you see that? If you look close, there's an obvious cut when he loads into the nether, meaning that he paused the video to place the portal somewhere else, which happened to be in a fortress. Then when the speedrunner finds a blaze spawner, he almost dies by the blazes, and then suddenly he has a stack of blaze rods in his inventory. Yeah, sure, I mean this is a pretty convincing speedrun so far. After that, the speedrunner saw a bastion in the distance to maybe trade with some piglins for ender pearls. But after almost reaching it, he finds some ender pearls in a ruined portal chest, and if you look close at the chat, it literally says he switched game modes. Now there's no way this speedrun is still legit. After fixing the ruined portal, he spawns in a stronghold, which I'm not even gonna try to explain, and then almost dies by a silverfish while trying to go into the end portal. Oh, this guy is so stupid. The speedrunner then goes into the end and realizes he forgot to take some bats with him. So out of nowhere, with the help of a little cut, he suddenly has his inventory filled with bats. Then the speedrunner dies by the ender dragon and didn't even finish their run. This next runner spawns in right next to a shipwreck. Of course they go inside and loot the shipwreck, and they get some pretty legit loot. So a normal run so far. And in one of the chests they find a buried treasure map. But anyone that knows a little speedrunning also knows that searching for a buried treasure isn't worth your time. The runner eventually finds the buried treasure and now has enough iron to make full iron armor, and has 4 diamonds as well. What will he do with those diamonds? Maybe make an axe or make some boots. Or even make a jukebox. No, he uses the diamonds and armor trims he got to put diamonds on his iron armor, which are entirely cosmetic and useless for a speedrun. Then the runner gets some flint for a flint and steel, which he uses to get some food and to go into the nether. But the runner makes a mistake and turns all the lava into obsidian. And he also misplaces 1 obsidian block, which they have to mine with their iron pickaxe. The runner then enters the nether and goes over to this blue forest biome, which if you didn't know has a lot of endermen inside. I mean, so far this run seems pretty legit, right? Until the runner gets 14 ender pearls from 1 enderman? Yeah, there's no way this run is still legit. The runner then goes to look for a fortress, but when he throws an ender pearl, the pearl lands somewhere entirely else from where he threw it at. And conveniently, it's at a fortress. I can't with this guy. The runner then goes over to a blaze spawner and kills some blazes, but he doesn't go for the usual 6 or 7 blaze rods. After 4 blaze rods, he goes back to the overworld. I don't know why he wouldn't just go for those extra rods, but okay. The runner then makes a portal with obsidian that they didn't even have 10 seconds ago. But okay, I can still kinda count the speedrun, I guess. Upon entering the overworld, the runner throws an Eye of Ender to see what direction they would need to go in to find the stronghold. The runner conveniently stumbles upon a village while going to the stronghold, and they collect some beds. They dig down to the stronghold, and then when they find the portal, it has already been lit. The chances of this happening are very, very slim. But before entering the portal, the runner puts another cosmetic armor trim on his armor. Like, why waste this time for something useless in a speedrun? The runner does eventually enter the end and tries to kill the dragon with the beds he collected earlier, but he fails. They then get launched into the air, and then there's an obvious cut, so he definitely died there. The runner then goes into creative and spawns a lot of withers. Like, dude, no one's gonna believe you now. They then fly to the dragon and kill it using like strength 1000. When the next runner spawns in, you can see that it's a dream skin. So that means it's already fake. The runner then sees a village, but decides not to go for it, and then turns around and goes over to this desert temple that they didn't even see, meaning that the runner already knew the location of the desert temple before starting the run. The runner then drops down into the desert temple and almost dies. This guy is actually so bad. But of course, when he opens a chest, he gets a full set of netherite armor and a stack of enchanted golden apples. I mean, this could still be kinda realistic if the runner also has luck like Dream. The runner then realizes he doesn't have any blocks to get out of the desert temple, so he goes to stand in the corner, and then there's a cut to him having a lot of blocks. The runner then makes his way over to the village from before, taking some beds with him to kill the dragon with. He then also attacks this iron golem, but isn't able to build up in time for the golem to not be able to hit him. But that doesn't matter, because this guy has full netherite and a ton of god apples. The runner then goes over to this tree to get some wood and make a crafting table. He crafts a bucket and some stone tools to mine some hay bales with for food. The runner then gets some flint and goes searching for a lava pool. Eventually the runner just decides to randomly mine down, and of course he finds a lava pool. Yeah, that's totally legit. Anyways, he makes his portal and goes into the nether. He then just randomly mines down 3 blocks and stares into the wall. And then of course when he builds back up again, he's at an entirely different place from where he was before. And conveniently, it's at a bastion. The runner then mines some gold blocks and goes to the center part of the bastion, where there's a lot more gold located. And even though the runner has full netherite armor and god apples, he almost dies by these piglin brutes. Like, dude, first get good at the game before trying to speedrun. Maybe then you wouldn't have had to cheat. The runner then uses all of his gold to trade with these piglins. He has about 3 stacks of gold, and after trading for 5 minutes, he only got 2 ender pearls. I guess he ran out of his dream luck. But then this guy goes into creative and spawns in 14 ender pearls. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty convincing speedrun so far. The runner then leaves the bastion to go look for a fortress. And upon entering one, the runner is having a hard time finding the blaze spawner. Meaning that even with all the cheated in gear, he still has a bad time. Eventually he does find a blaze spawner and gets up to 7 blaze rods before going back to the overworld. The runner then throws an eye of ender to see what direction they would need to go in, and eventually they make it. They mine down and make their way over to the portal room. They fill up the portal with the eyes of ender and make it into the end. The runner then uses all of his bats on the dragon, but still doesn't manage to kill him. So what now? I mean, the runner can't do anything, right? He doesn't have a bow to shoot the crystals with. Well, fortunate for him, when he digs down into the end stone, a chest reveals, filled with bats. Yeah, there's no way this speedrun is still real. Eventually the runner waits, and I'm not even kidding, 10 minutes for the dragon to purge, and after finally purging, still doesn't manage to kill him. Eventually, after waiting another 5 minutes, and the dragon still doesn't purge, he takes the easy way out.